What's up, everybody? Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy New Year. Oh man, I turned. It's been a year, so we're just gonna wrap up 2024. Jay's here. He's sick. He's killing it. Uh, let's see, I turned 39 this month. It's man, less than a year away from 40. I'm gonna be 40, man. Oh my goodness. Getting That's pretty cool. Almost 40. Um, Still chugging away. 39 is still chugging. I could be 39 and not chugging, and I would that would suck. Yeah, but so yeah, we're gonna share our favorite moments from this past year. We got quite a few of them. This year really flew by. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, as life does. But all in all, it's been a pretty good year. It's been a very what what's better than good but not great? It's been like a
Exceptional.
ex- wouldn't exceptional be better than good
Oh yeah, it's like
or better than great?
satisfactory.
Yeah. How was your year, Jay?
How was it? It was kind of crazy. A lot of ups and downs.
Yeah. We're talking about our ups and downs here.
A long journey to get here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was feeling sick right now. The studio upgraded and all that. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, Jay, you've been here for pretty much exactly 2 years.
Yep.
I think we recorded the episode with you literally it was right before the new year.
Hmm.
And we just worked. It felt like we're just going. We're just
Yep.
going. But I think that's what we're all doing. I was driving here on Christmas. The best part about the holidays in California is the less traffic. And on Christmas, I was driving here in the morning around 10 a.m. And to my right, on the freeway, to my right, there was an accident just happened, and the car was like beginning to like you could see in the distance that there's smoke. So oh shit, there's a fire there. And then and the clouds were getting darker as I was getting closer to what was happening. And by the time I got there, the clouds were black, and there's a car just on fire. And I was like, dang, that's their Christmas. That is that person, that family. Who know? I'm not sure who was in the car, but man, that was their Christmas, man. Dude, things could always get worse. It was if you're from California, it's like right when you're driving on a 91, and if you're gonna go to Chino, there's the 71 that goes over to the right, and so if you're on the 91, you look over, you can't really see the cars going to the 71, and they were I don't know I could only I assume that Jay's trying to find the so it's definitely on that 71 on Christmas in the morning. Uh, so it literally happens like Christmas accents. Don't put Santa Ana because it's not Santa Ana. This is Chino. You'll be going towards 2024. See, now I'm curious. Christmas can't and we can't find anything. But man, that was their Christmas. You know, I try not to do these things because I'm on camera and there's people listening and watching this, and I get curious and I just want to like find out things like quickly. But I don't think we're gonna find that because we're just gonna waste time. But yeah, on the way here, saw the accident. And man, I'm very lucky. Even though I think we talked about this prior to like sometimes we like for those of you that pray, sometimes you like ask for something and without knowing it actually happens. And there's the podcast still going. The band's good. Um, my cat Leo has been in and out of the vet this year. Today he's doing good, kind of going day by day. But it was Christmas, and he was outside, being a cat, is alive. So I'm lucky that he's doing well, at least right now. My mom and dad are alive. They're doing good. Lady's doing good. The band hasn't broken up yet, which it should have a lot of times. uh, Definitely not excluding or just this year. So things are good. I prayed for this, for things to get crazier and busier. So when there's stress and pressure, I'm like, well, this is careful what you wish for because you just might get it. Um, so yeah, this year was crazy. Trying to think what so we're recording this on the 28th. You're gonna get it on Monday, which is the 30th. So literally New Year's Eve and New Year's is the following days. And yeah, I guess right now I'm thinking in real time. I'm thinking in real time what the new year is gonna bring and what do we want? What do I want to do? Um, yeah, what do we want to do this year? What do I have any goals? Do I should I um should I make any goals? Think yeah, I'm doing this in real time right now because that's kind of how I like to do things, for better or for worse. But I definitely have some goals, some private goals. Um, we're gonna be here in this location for another year, and I have a goal mid this year, going towards the fall to get a new spot. And once that happens, I can actually say what we're trying to do. That's my personal goal. Um, Another goal, a very universal goal, I think we all have is would like to you know drop a few pounds. This year was definitely ate like crap. Especially now with like when you go on Thanksgiving and then and Christmas and New Year, it's just like you're just jamming food into your body. At the same time, you want a six pack. It's just not going to happen. So I think, yeah, this is like cliche stuff, but would it be nice to lose a couple pounds? I'm pretty happy where I'm at, but just knowing what I've been doing the past year, maybe a little bit too many um, heavy beers. I think I'd like to drink less this upcoming year. Uh, Maybe lay off like the heavy ones, like the. 'Cause I like triples. I like triple and like double IPAs. I like the way they taste and I like the way they feel inside my body. But I don't like what they do to my body. So I think that's what we all kind of struggle with when we consume certain types of alcohol. But I think this year I definitely want to focus on drinking a little less of certain kinds of beer. Maybe tighten up the abdomen, especially approaching 40 now. 40 next year is crazy. But I think that's goals that we all have. Like, I kind of drop a couple pounds, which also this also ties into what one of my favorite moments, one of our favorite moments that happened this past year with Ernie. But yeah, this year is over. This year is over. Um, think I think if you're older, you kind of understand where I'm coming from. But this year definitely flew by the fastest. This was by far the fastest year, and okay, this is my closing thought. Uh, I was thinking about this the past month, but it's popping up right now in my brain, so I'm just gonna say it. I've heard people that I look up to in the comedic world or the podcast world. Um, Sorry, I feel like I'm rambling. I haven't done like a solo kind of thing in a while, so this feels kind of new. But I'm starting to understand what it means when people say it's very lonely at the top of the mountain or on the road to the mountain. And I am lucky. I have a great family and friends. The band's always I'm hanging out with the band all the time. It's cool. But man, definitely I don't see definitely don't see a lot of people I want to often. And then you lose you kind of lose touch, and that's definitely sucked the past year. So I think that's another goal I have is to really rebuild the relationships and just make really take advantage of the time. Okay, so I'm thinking in real time. So okay, get so goals this year, not a New Year's resolution. This is just going to be a way of life and breathing. Let's see. I'm going to do my best to lay off the heavy beer. No promises. Just step back a little bit. Um, get a new spot by the end of the year because the lease will be up and I guess I can't trying to say not too much, but try to get a new spot by the end of the year. Um, lose a couple pounds in the midsection. Everything else is fine. It's just when you wake up and look in the mirror, you're just hit with reality and failure. So it'd be nice to tighten up a little bit. And I think this might be the most important one of all. Yeah, I need to really make time for family more and close friends and stay connected with people that matter. Um, I think that's my 2025. To wrap this one up, Jay, you have any goals this year? You have any things that you want to do?
Yeah, I have a couple little artistic projects I'm working on, and yeah, just want to grow this too and get that money.
Yeah. We had like this weird thing where, we enjoy doing this. This is great. You're listening, watching, appreciate it. But there's a reality. How do we pay the light bill? How do we pay for rent here? And we are in California. Jay needs a. I'm sure Jay would love a new pair of shoes, a new car. Jay, I'll say publicly, Jay definitely deserves a raise.
Uh, oh,
So we need to provide that. Hence, I'm wearing the podcast hoodie, so check that out. So that's also another goal. Definitely growing this not only for myself but for Jay and our families, our wives, our girlfriends, because everything we do affects everybody, and also something sick for all you to watch and listen.
yeah, bigger guests. Definitely, growing it will open the door for the big guests
You
and
know, you know what,
exciting.
you know what hit me? Me and Jay were talking about because another goal. Me and Jay need to cut back on the cigarettes a little bit because it's becoming it's a little habit. So we need to cut back on that a little bit. Um, we never had a big guest here. We just been going talking to all the bands, and the ones that popped off were just kind of. I mean, just
Surprising.
yeah, it's very surprising. We never had like other podcasts. They all had these massive guests, and we're still here in the conversation. So that's really cool. And oh, another goal. I'm sorry, it's coming to me in real time. This feels very new. We know this for a little bit, but the engine's going. I do love doing this. I'm very lucky to be doing this, but there is a work aspect involved and learning new things, constantly learning. Me and Jay don't really have anywhere to go as far as to get like advice or help. It's kind of like we're kind of like a like island. So my brain, if I was to put my brain on a scale, I've been running at 60% with like being a host and having like listening to like the guests and all the bands. So I think the goal is just to get this brain up to 100%. And I definitely feel very definitely feel I'm being closer. That probably all ties everything in. That probably ties into the less drinking, the tightening of the abdomens, and get massive muscles. And yeah, anything else, Jay?
Nah, just it's been a cool year. Thanks to you. Thanks to everyone who's worked here, collaborated here, and all the guests that have come through and been cool, and everyone who comments and gets
Mm-hmm.
it gets the noise out there. It's been cool. It's been cool. Definitely excited for the next year.
Same.
Hell
Yeah, we're gonna make a lot of noise next year. Fuck everybody. I, I'm gonna bring back that healthy competition. Fuck everybody. Um, yeah. So what this episode is, we're just gonna play these our favorite moments, but I'll be coming in and out and just doing intros for each clip, kind of give like a behind the scenes uh, things that have been happening with us to make these podcasts happen. So yeah, the first one that we're gonna do. Um, so there's been a goal there. We have reasons why we do this and goals. And one of the reasons why I do this, I want to do podcasts. Unfortunately, one of these um, it came true this year. So that's definitely something that happened this year. Was I want conversations that the artist can die with, the bands. If you know the history of Sousa songs, you could probably put two and two together. Um, you know, we didn't have that. I didn't have that. So put our heart and soul to make the best conversation happen for the guests because you just don't know when you're going to go. We are brought to you by DistroKid, the easiest way to get your music on all streaming platforms. Get your songs onto iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and more. Check it out at distrokid.com/VIP/Garza to get 30% off your membership. That's distrokid.com/VIP/Garza to get 30% off. Yeah. We are brought to you by Sweetwater, the #1 online retailer for pro audio and music instruments. Whenever the band or myself need anything for a tour, we always go to Sweetwater. The customer service is the best and fastest. If you need any music gear and want to support the podcast, click the link in the description below so they know that you came from here. And that's it. Back to the best moments of 2024. And that happened this year with the singer of BRUJERIA. Juan Brujo passed away this year. That conversation literally happened exactly a year ago. And he was the first episode that dropped. I think it was, did it drop January 1st or something crazy? I think it was on January 1st or 2nd. Remember oh, you see the date right there, Jay. Top.
Oh yeah, the first.
January 1st, 2024. So yeah, I've been trying to track him down, and BRUJERIA played Glass House in I think it was it December, and literally I was like stalking him a little bit. Like I watched the whole set, drinking some heavy beers, and waited till he came out of the backstage area. I saw him. I talked to him for a little bit, gave him some FaceTime, um, asked him to do the podcast, and he said, "Yeah. We'll see what happens." I had like kind of like an in between person helping, which was very helpful, and obviously a legendary band, a legendary guy, and he had like a yeah. So yeah, he was down to do it. He came from I believe he came from Palm Springs, so from there to here is like it's over a 2 hour drive, maybe even 3 hours. It was a long drive for him, but he made the trek. He was really gracious with his time, and it was a great conversation. Everything that I like about doing this kind of like unpredictable stuff, I do. When people get emotional, which is why we're playing it. That's just it's kind of what we do here. And again, like the goal of this podcasting, man, is to want a conversation that the artist cannot die with, or when they die, the one conversation they're gonna play is this podcast. and came true this year, unfortunately. I remember I was sitting right here. I was just like, I don't even know why. What was I looking at? I was looking at, I think I saw a comment, and it was, rest in peace. I was like, you know when you read something, you're like, nah, no. So I kind of got up from here. I rushed to the computer, started finding it. So I guess it just happened. It just happened. I happened to see a comment, and I was like, I couldn't find anything. Then finally, I went to the band's Instagram, and I saw their post about Juan. It's very sad, man. I was like, man, we're just hanging out with him. We're just taking photos, and he was like he got a brand new bandana. He had like a pair of scissors. He was like cutting it right for the podcast. I was like, this is fucking sick. That we're just around him, and so yeah, that's a really cool moment for us. The conversation was very fun. It was all over the place. So rest in peace, man. So hope you enjoyed this clip. What did you think when you were hearing those songs?
They were fat, and it was just Brujeria. I was like, okay, that one works. That one's good. By then, we were just like, okay, good. It's either, all right, here's the test, the Brujeria test. If the songs are good, it didn't matter what me and Dino said. Didn't matter. What we do, we'd mix, get a rough mix in and this and that, get it down pretty good. We call in Raymond. Raymond, we got like 6 songs. You got to hear him. Let us know what you think. So he'd come in there and he'd be all, he was all a serious guy. He comes in, long hair, and he's sitting there like this, like, all right, play it. And we start playing it, and he was like this, like, huh? Did he say, yeah, no, ah! He start laughing, and he'd fall out of the chair, and he fucking like throw his arms like the shades on the window. He knocked them off, like boom, oh fuck, and he's just laughing, like ah. And looking at each other. Okay, that one works. That one works.
Okay.
So next one.
This is a keeper.
Next one, he was like, oh, that was killing me. La Migra. He's like, La Migra's killing me. And or play the next one. Huh? What? Ah! The hook comes in. One of them killed him was the Mecos. Mecos. Girl singing Mecos. Boom. I didn't see the guy hit the floor so hard laughing, kicking chairs and shit. He'd go nuts. And that's the reaction we had to have from Raymond to know the song was good. Didn't matter what me and Dino said. Didn't matter. Raymond had to be, some songs he was like this. What? Is that it? Okay, Dino's like, hit it, stop it, next. He would like go in like about 10 seconds and he was like, all right, that didn't work, next. If he didn't laugh, it didn't go out. And every single one he laughed at, dude, was big, monster songs. Brujerismo, that's like a monster hit.
How did you? First of all, that's a crazy process. It's great.
That's just the way it happened. Because you know what? Doesn't matter what we say. If he don't like it, it's not. He's gonna tell us if he likes it, and then he couldn't tell us because he was laughing so hard. Never seen a guy that big guy like that laughing so hard where having a seizure. Knocking the blinds off the window, boom, they go flying. I'm like, fuck. I guess he likes it, Yeah, that was great. Doing that, it's like you can't have more fun than that making music.
That sounds like so much fucking fun.
And now I can't get Dino and Raymond together if my life depended. If we did that,
What do you?
If we did that, it'd be all over.
Mm-hmm. You guys probably haven't talked in the same room in a long time.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine, man.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Dino, but he just fucking cut away and left us for Dino. I'm still the same guy, dude. I'm having fun. Raymond could use some fun shit. I don't know where he's at, but fucking you can't get him, they would shit riffs. But anyways.
That one got pretty heavy. The next moment that was a favorite of ours is this something that I've been trying to do since the podcast started, which we're almost on the 4-year mark, actually. I've been wanting to play guitar in a pod since it started, like since like the inception, and kind of spent all the money on like the cameras and stuff, so I didn't have anything for amps or anything. I didn't really know how we were gonna do it. I hit up a few amp companies, but no luck. I was pretty much ignored or no, a hard no, which is fine. Well, fast forward, 3.5 years, finally, thanks to Positive Grid, they supplied the amps here, and I started talking to Kyle from VITRIOL, and I'm very lucky that he kind of trusted. I say, hey, you want to play guitar on the podcast? This is what I think. This is kind of what I'm thinking. And he said, yeah. I'm very, very lucky. It really started our new path of playing. I definitely want to play guitar a lot more. It just depends on the guest and their gear and timing and what have you. But it was just cool. And then it hit me during the conversation. It's like, oh, this is why, life's gonna life. And it knows when you're not ready and also knows when you are ready. So once the conversation was going on, I was like, oh, there was no way I could do this 3 years ago. Like having like that kind of split brain where to play, but also go right into segue into the next question. I was like, oh, this is like, we kind of been building our muscle to like do this. So it sounded cool. They have this guitar. It was also in stereo. They have this guitar in my headphones. Like it was like this. You'll hear the riff, but it was like I don't know. It was stereo, and him playing like a lead. I was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, I felt like it was kind of like looking into his soul. It's the person across from me, which is really really cool. So yeah, for obvious reasons, that's why it's one of my favorite moments where it's kind of started our new journey into having more guitar players here jamming. Trust me, I see those comments. We are trying. Obviously I play guitar, so I love talking to other players. But yeah, anyway, enough for me. Again, thank you publicly. Thank you, Kyle, for taking a risk and jamming. So yeah, hope you enjoy this clip from Kyle from VITRIOL. This riff, dude.
Oh, I hope I know. Oh, cool.
This sounds like you were really high. And like
I was very high when I was writing this album.
Were you really?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because the next part that comes in, you're like, what is he doing, dude? Yeah. What? Yeah. What? Yeah. So when it kicks in, what are you doing there?
So I am have the volume kind of low. On my guitar.
Because you're doing like the way like it looks like you're tapping and you have like the whammy bar going.
Yeah. So it's these notes.
Okay.
Let's get a sick little yeah. I'm a little loud. I have my fucking
That's sick.
boost on there. So it's basically I'm just doing this while working the whammy bar. So for the intro, I just did that, slightly rolled off in the volume, so it kind of has that frail kind of, not fully gassed sound. And then I'm using what did I use to get that kind of I think Dave maybe found the filter for that, but Dave Otero, who did our record, I was like, I wanted to sound like an old broken jewelry box. That was the idea, like a little ballerina twirling around with the fucking,
That's a good analogy.
That was kind of the vibe. So.
What's the open part?
Which open part?
What's like Adam ringing out on?
Oh shit, dude, I don't
It's
know.
like so it sounds like D flat.
It's whatever you want, man. Whatever sounds good.
That part is
sounded
really
cool.
cool, man.
Thank you.
Yep, we're riffing, we're chugging, and we're still chugging. If you know anything about me, you know it's no secret that I'm a new metal guy. I actually don't even have shoes on. If you're just listening, I have slippers. Thank you to Joe Ling and Ben from Adidas. I got some corn slip-ons, dude. We ain't fucking around over here. But so this conversation was, how do you say this? Some are just like, I do enjoy talking to everybody from every scene. Singers, guitar players, bass players, drummers, you name it. But when it's like directly for me, like you're talking new metal, I'm talking to guitar players that I've respected my entire career, even before the band was even a thing. I was listening to these guys' bands. It's kind of one of those moments like, oh shit, like I'm in the seat right now. I'm literally in the seat. I'm literally like the fan. I'm literally like the 12-year-old kid, literally. And it was just cool, man, just to go into deep new metal history that I didn't even know. And hearing like the backstories of like how like new metal became a thing from people that were actually there, literally walking the streets, playing the shows, having the conversations, being in the same studio with Korn during like when they're recording this record that will literally change the world and heavy music as we know it today. It's cool to get like those stories, and obviously I respect both of them, and just being guitar players was really cool. And so the story that I share, that I asked Meeks to be my guitar teacher, and I wasn't kidding. Obviously, we're just kind of joking when he says no, but it's not like sit down, what chords or what scales. I'll ask him questions of like, it's this mindset and attitude. How'd you write this song? It's just so much. When you get into like the realm of like guitars, dude, like it's endless, and there's different ways to do it. So it's kind of cool. One rhythm guitar player, myself, talking to other rhythm players. So it was just awesome. And so yeah, if you don't know much about the new metal scene, or if you're a new metal person like myself, you will learn a lot with this next clip. So yeah, thank you to Meigs from Cold Chamber and Mike from SPINESHANK. He's gone on to start a very successful vodka company, which we actually have in the freezer, and it's scary because it's really smooth. Believe it's called Dorier. I believe that's the vodka that we're actually drinking during the pod. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed this clip of talking new metal history with Meigs from Cold Chamber and Mike from SPINESHANK.
Because like that whole scene was like sort of starting out.
Mm-hmm.
There was like Fear Factory, there was Machine Head, but they were like more on the metal end of things.
Right.
And they weren't SoCal, right? They were in NorCal?
Machine Head was,
Yes,
yeah, but
okay.
they would play LA a lot. But then
Okay.
and then Korn's first record came out, and it's not like Korn came out and blew up like that. You know what I mean? Like
It was
people,
like a slow burn.
yeah, the people at the underground knew him, like me, him, whatever. But like Korn was like, I've seen Korn at the Troubadour, I've seen Korn at the Whiskey. Like those size places. Like they didn't just go play in, Santa Monica Civic or Palladium off the bat. So I've seen them in like those small clubs, and then like if Korn was played or Deftones, they would come down and play. You know, we would just be out there
Yeah.
passing flyers out, bro.
It was definitely a scene. You know, it was like it's crazy, bro. Like the scene was just like it felt like it was a scene.
It was a scene, yeah.
Like literally, people were playing. It sold out here, and the other band would be sold out here. Like it was literally a scene. Like it was kind of like the '80s when people were just walking around. Just it was literally like that, but it was like new metal shit.
Yeah.
And people would System of a Down and their band. Like it was just crazy.
Static.
Bro. Static.
Snot.
Yeah.
Snot would come
Snot.
down and
So
play.
it was like a new metal scene before it was even a thing.
Yeah, it wasn't even
It
called
wasn't
that.
even called new metal.
It was just rock or metal.
So it was called I remember they were calling it LA metal because like
LA metal?
LA metal.
Oh yeah.
Because it was all like basically down tuned. Like that's
Yeah.
literally that's the only thing any of us had in common.
Yeah.
Was we all tuned down.
Yeah.
And then what I think threw it in a tailspin or like what fucked it all up, the name LA metal was either Limp Bizkit, who were from Jacksonville, or a little later on Slipknot came out, who weren't from LA either. But Slipknot like blew the fuck up, obviously. And then it was like, okay, so you can't call it new metal. I mean, LA metal anymore. And then I
Whoa,
think, if I'm not
dude.
mistaken, it was Kerrang magazine that like coined that term new metal.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either it was them or Metal Hammer. It was like it came from the UK.
Yeah.
That the term, new metal. But it's all weird because I was like, okay, so you're calling Cold Chamber, System of a Down, and Limp Bizkit new metal. Those bands sound nothing alike.
Yeah.
Like there's absolutely nothing in common, other than they all play guitar. But
Yeah, I feel like the only commonality was like I feel everyone was just really trying to be original or trying to put a niche. Like, I mean, I feel that's like sometimes lacking with like I feel, but I felt everyone was just trying to be different.
Yeah.
And not,
yeah, that was it. Everybody was
like
trying
you
to
said,
be different.
Yeah, and the only thing common was the tune down thing. Of course, when you go into that tempo in the grooves, of course, sometimes things they might touch on that bad way, of course, but I think everyone was just trying to just have their own niche. Like it was, if I could feel that, bro. Like it was just like that hunger to just like be
Different.
different and not even like a stereotypical metal. It was like you could feel it with bands like look at System, Static. Like it was just different. Everybody was just doing their shit and fucking shit up, and that was awesome because it's like you could feel the camaraderie, but also the competition.
Yeah.
That's
It was healthy competition.
It's healthy.
But I'll tell you one thing, like, bro, everybody helped everybody out.
Yeah.
Like bands, like dudes would just help each other out.
Yep.
Like what? So for example, you gave like the Dino example. Like what's like what was something else that bands were doing to help?
We would just put shows together, man. You
Yeah.
know, well, Cold Chamber is a kind of a bad example because when we came out, they already had a record deal and they had put their first record out. But like take let's say SPINESHANK, Static X, System of a Down. Let's take those three bands.
Yeah.
Like Shavo would put shows together at the Whiskey,
Yep.
and then he would call me. He'd be like, "Yo, bro, we're doing a show at the Whiskey. You guys want to do it with us?" Yeah,
Holy shit.
like that's how it would work. And then shit would happen. Like fucking somebody's cymbals would get stolen. Let's just say, right? The other drummer would be like, "Yeah, bro, take mine. It's all good." And I'm talking like these were all local bands. I mean, they all had label interest for sure, but nobody really had a record deal. But I mean, you're talking like we would sell out the Whiskey, bro. 500-600 people.
It was like this growing scene.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like literally a scene.
But like everyone was, like I said, different. That like you're like it wasn't even trying to compete within the genre of, because it wasn't even a genre. It was just
so
like,
new.
It was so fucking new, bro. Like everyone was just doing shit, and you're like, whoa, everybody, and you're like, oh, okay, but you would help because it's like, oh, I'm not even trying to do that, but I'm doing my thing. So it wouldn't feel like you're competing in the same thing, because there was no genre. They was just like people were just doing crazy shit. So everyone's like, oh yeah, let's fucking play together, blah blah. Because I'll help you out, or blah blah. And it was a different kind of thing, back then, because it was so new, bro. It was so new that we were trying to take metal into a territory that was, just
Uncharted
Yeah.
waters, basically.
So some people will call me a poser for this, but luckily I don't care. So this was our first. The Lord was our first black metal guest, and I don't know anything about black metal, straight up. It's funny, like starting this whole thing, doing this. I kind of hits me how little I know about a lot of artists and bands, and I know a lot of other people are the same way. They just don't, they're not vocal about it, but I'll be very, very vocal about it. I'm not ashamed of it. And so he really doing research on him and Dark Funeral. It really like the black metal history is crazy. It's crazy, and it's definitely intriguing me for future guests to go deeper into the history of black metal. And I learned a lot. It was a lot of fun. Also, the Lord is a OG in his band. It's his band, and him talking like the back and forth with like Finland, Norway, like that like competition, but also rivalry, like animals being, I don't know, like nailed to people's doors and like this crazy shit that was going on in that time. And also I do appreciate him because he was patient with me. He hadn't known I didn't know anything about black metal, so the fact that he kind of gave me a shot as well. I think it seems like fans of Dark Funeral also enjoyed it as well, and it's kind of one of those things too. It's like, oh shit, like a black metal dude sitting across from me. This is sick. And nice dude. He the podcast was over and we hung out here for a little bit, just talking like Dark Funeral, and just that mutual respect was really cool. Cool guy, man. And I am paying attention to other black metal artists currently, and we'll see who gets here next. I really don't know. I'm looking at the calendar, but so yeah, thank you to the Lord for starting this other journey of going into a whole other genre that I don't know much about. And yeah, we will see. So hope you enjoy this clip from the Lord, guitar player, founder for Dark Funeral. Where do you think riffs come from?
I always said I'll look into myself and basically let my inner demon speak.
That's it. It's you.
It's my inner darkness that needs to come out.
I keep telling this to my lady. It's like, as if people only truly knew where songs and riffs come from. Because people kind of get shocked when like someone's like an asshole. I'm like, do you know what writes those songs? Do you know where that comes from? It's not like we're not thinking about heaven or anything. It's just like there's like this, I'm trying to coin a term, is put your demons in it.
Yeah, but it's something I learned over the years is people write music for different purposes and
True.
different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I can only speak for myself, and that's what I do. And
mm-hmm. So it's like just conscious, boom, demons.
Yeah, just follow your own inner demons, and it's going to be all right.
I think there's a little bit of black metal in all of us. I think that's what I'm gathering here.
Well, the problem is most people are afraid of the inner demons and try to.
True.
That's why they go to church.
True.
I try to become friend with them and take my strength from it. That's always been what I do. Instead of letting it tear me down.
Where did slam come from? I know there's different opinions, and so I was honored to talk to Chris from Internal Bleeding. That's a band name I've been seeing and hearing about ever since I've been going to shows. I kept hearing about this band, and for obvious reasons, Chris is a legend. And again, like me sitting here across from another rhythm player that also chugs, it's pretty cool. I felt like kind of at home, but not because it's death metal, obviously, and But that was cool guy. Just sat here, smoked a cigar, talking man stuff, man shit. The backstories of where Slam came from, how they helped create Slam or at least put it on the map. I know there's other opinions about that, but that's why this thing exists. It's so people can be able to tell their story. You know, what I don't kind of get is that people kind of pop in and say, "Why do you give this person a platform?" This platform is for everybody. I don't care. I will talk. Someone said to me, I know you don't like to talk political on your podcast. And I was like, whoa. That's not me. That's not up to me. I'll talk about anything. Anything. If you look behind me, you don't see a logo there. You don't see a radio station or like a website. I mean, no one's gonna fire me. Basically, whatever people want to talk about, I mean, it's really on them. So I'll push it sometimes, but I won't push it too hard. Just whatever the artist or the band wants to talk about. If they want to be political, if they want to talk about controversial stuff, they can do that. It's really up to the guests if they want to, one, come on the podcast, two, talk about certain things. So it's literally my job to be a curious guy, and being curious does not take sides. So hopefully, I guess another goal for this upcoming year is to have more guests. I am a fan of controversial guests. Just tell them, all right, tell your side, and let the people choose. That's literally what we do as well. But I was honored to talk to Chris, and I learned a lot of history about about where Slam came from and what have you, and you could tell he's really sad about his drummer that passed away, and I believe he was a firefighter and a first responder, and he died in an accident. So I feel bad for him whenever he talked about it. You can tell that he's so very hurt by it, but yeah, hopefully you enjoy this conversation and clip Talking Slam. Enjoy. So there's a famous conversation that you and the band had. I'd say 91. Like when the word Slam first came up.
Right.
How did that conversation go?
Okay, so makes me a little sad because I think of Billy. Mm-hmm. We used to practice in a place in a town called Huntington, and we finished practice and we went out for hamburgers to like this diner, and we're sitting around talking. We're like, so I'm a marketing guy. At the time I was a creative director at an ad agency. Like that's what I do.
Yeah, because you got out of school in 90, then you got the job at 93, correct? Is that
No, I got my job my first job I was working at an ad agency by 92.
Okay.
So I was an assistant creative director. So I would write, I'd write copy and design print ads and stuff for corporate clients and all that. So I was talking about marketing the band and what we should do. And we were using the word mosh, right? We used it a lot. We would say barbaric moshing, death vomit, this, that, all that.
Sure.
Because that's our music. We stripped away, most of the blast beats. Mm-hmm. We stripped away a lot of the speed, and we said every song has to be groovy all the time, nonstop. Even the fast parts, your head has to go like this. We're not going to play, no ping pong.
I love your jokes. Like it's like you don't want the song to sound like a fucking ping pong machine,
right?
Like you're stuck in a ping pong machine,
right?
It's funny.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but I got it. I was like, it's funny.
Yeah, no, I don't want. We didn't want that. Listen, I have nothing against it, but that's not what we wanted. I wanted all the time, nonstop, just no wasted space, no filler, no wasted space, groove constantly. So anyway, we're talking about mosh, and Billy got mad, and he's like, you know what? I can't stand Anthrax. And they use the word mosh, and it's like a joke. And we can't. We're a fucking slam band. That's what we do. And that's where it was born. I was like, holy shit, that's right. I'm like, that's a hardcore term.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I used that term in the 80s when I was going to Black Flag shows. Nobody said mosh. Everybody said fucking slam. You know, I'm like,
Really?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Slam dance. You know, it got cut. It was slam dance, but it got cut to slam, you know? And I was like, Billy, that's brilliant. Let's do that. So Billy came up with it, and we're like, full steam ahead. That's it. We're slam. And then from then on, I mean, I think you pulled up an ad that said total fucking slam.
Yeah. We had the actual flyer that.
Right. So
one.
that was everything said slam this, slam that, blah,
Total
blah, blah.
fucking slam, dude.
Right.
when was this flyer made?
That was that's for perpetual degradation. So that's probably a flyer from 93,
Wow.
late 93, middle 93. No, that's actually 94 because the thing came out. So that's from 94.
incredible.
So, you know, people say, you know, talk about, this band invented slam, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm like, as we call Internal Bleeding was calling it slam before anybody even thought of the word to use as applied to death metal.
Sure.
You know, I'm not saying we invented some kind of great thing, you know, but we came up with the term. We pushed the term. There was also a band called the Demonacy in New Jersey that used the term, but they didn't push it as hard as us. I guess we were more aggressive as far as pushing that word into people's faces.
That New York aggression.
Right. And just constantly doing it, you know, and it didn't turn into it never caught. I don't think it ever caught on until then I started noticing, I don't know, 5 years later, people started using the word slam. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. That's our word. You know, it was funny. It was really funny. And, I mean, my vision of slam is not what slam is considered today. So,
Yeah, because now it's a whole other.
it's a whole
thing.
Right. It's a whole thing, and it has nothing to do with what I think slam is.
So,
And that's no slight. That's just not. That's not my
get it.
vision.
yeah.
You know, that wasn't the band's vision, is that, you know, the Speedy Blast, stop, riff, Speedy Blast, stop, riff. You know,
Yeah.
that's not our vision. Our vision was constant flow and
Yeah.
constant hooky riff changes that, you know, of course we had parts where you stop and there's the big slam riff and all that stuff, of course. But it's the grooves that get people. That's what gets people moving, is the grooves. It's not, I mean, people get into the slam riffs, of course, but it's that constant groove. You can't sit still.
It's like, it just awakens something. You have
Yeah,
to move.
it's super primal, you know, and you know, people will call it simplistic, and that's fine. I don't mind that term. It is. But Black Sabbath was primal too, and they're my favorite band, and you know, their riffs rule pretty much over everybody. So
just a quick heads up. We got two more. This next one is literally heavy. But the one after is funny. So we're kind of have a nice dynamic. This was the segment where, you know, I don't want to do it because I didn't want to do it. That's why I did it. And we had an episode just dedicated just for Mitch, because in November it's been 12 years since he passed away. So yeah, there's like a time where basically relived the moment that he passed away, and that's the clip that we're gonna show. Unfortunately, it was a moment. Now, it wasn't like our favorite moment, but it's one of the most intense ones, if not the most intense moment of the year, if not of the entire podcast. So we have to include it in this. A little backstory on that, like we were. So that episode was almost 2 hours, and you know, I like getting, like, especially for solo episodes, are a little bit tough sometimes. Okay, so I'm like, what am I going to talk about? How long should it be? So I was literally like, it might even be in this notebook somewhere, but I was writing down what I was going to talk about, and I wrote down the first sentence, and I was like, this is not working. It didn't feel right at all. So it's like, the only way this is going to work if I just literally just sit down with no time limit, talk, and then stop talking. That's literally the only way that it's going to happen is basically relive the emotions in real time and share it. That's essentially what we did. Yeah, and it sucked. It sucked, but yeah, since that episode aired, I definitely feel different. So there is like a cathartic, um, cathartic feeling of kind of facing your demons, I guess you can say. But I did it publicly, which is, I mean, I don't even know what you even call that. But I appreciate you all watching that and kind of, I don't know, how do you even, what do you even say? Thank you for watching that. I know it wasn't like, not all episodes can be fun and funny or even insightful. It's kind of, sometimes you do got to be selfish. And I kind of went into it with a selfish mindset. I'm going to talk about my experience, my life with Mitch, and let the chips fall where they may. People like it, great. People don't, it doesn't matter. Like, this episode has to come out and be this way for myself, and then we could go from there. So, yeah, I appreciate you letting me be me. And yeah, we talked off script for almost 2 hours. I was like, all right, this is either going to be 40 minutes, 3 hours. It doesn't matter. This has to be what it is. Where you're gonna open up the door, let everything come out, and then you're gonna maybe even leave it open. I guess let the demon door open and keep it open. But yeah, to be honest, I don't know how to intro this, so we're just gonna start playing it. Fast forward to Halloween. Then he had a birthday. He had like this like birthday gathering. It was like public. He even made like a flyer for it. He had a big old party, and I didn't go. I regret not going. But yeah, and then Halloween for some reason. Yeah, yesterday was Halloween. I was here for a little bit and went home and slept. It's always kind of a weird day. Yeah, I don't know why. I still don't know why. I don't know why I didn't do anything. Didn't go out. Didn't go to Buffalo Wild Wings to get hammered. Didn't call anybody. It was weird. So you know what? I'm staying home. I'm not drinking. I'm gonna drive down the street to Miguel's Jr., which is a Mexican spot in Inland Empire. It's one of my favorite burritos on the planet. You know, I'm gonna get a bean and cheese burrito and get fatter, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I got the burrito. And on my way home, it's like 3 miles away. From getting the burrito to the drive to my house, our previous manager calls me and saying that Mitch got in an accident. And he's like, yeah, it happened. You know, he got a little backstory. We just signed to Nuclear Blast, and it gave us a pretty big signing bonus. So me and Mitch did what we do. He got a Harley, and I got a Cadillac CTS. Which I would end up associating negative thoughts, and feeling maybe that's why I never took care of it. You know, I thought I was so fucking cool. I bought the car for a wrong reason. I bought it to look cool, but also I genuinely love the car. I'm gonna buy that car again. And we both did what we do, and but yeah, he got he got a new bike. And I get the call. I want to say it was around like 6 p.m. It was definitely in the evening. It was definitely dark outside. Dark. And I remember I was passing the church and turning right onto Minoya, which is where I live. Told my parents what happened, and I'm leaving. And I told my manager to send me the address. I didn't think about if I'm going. Where is he? And so told my parents what happened. In and out. Dropped my Brit off, and I fucking got back in my car and drove. He was in Irvine, which from here, Irvine is it's a neighboring town over. It's like the next like nice place from Corona. It's like with no traffic. Which on Halloween there's no traffic. It was like it's like a under 30-minute drive, and yeah, I remember parking the car and was walking inside the hospital. Basically, it was like I remember like a big waiting area. It was like a big ceiling, like a tall ceiling. Like it wasn't like a room. It was like in like where we were sitting was like a middle of everything. Super tall ceiling, and it was myself, our manager, and Mitch's dad, Kip. And then we were kind of texting back and forth with the other guys in the band, giving them updates. Yeah, I was getting a little bit more information, like such as he crashed in Huntington Beach, which is where he was living at the time, and yeah, just doing updates. And remember, it felt like we were there for a while. We were there for like so long. It felt like I was taking naps. It was there for a bit, sitting, just basically waiting for an update. And basically, what was happening is he was in surgery. They were trying to save his life. And anyone that has ever been in that kind of spot with probably a family member or friend, they can't really tell you exactly what's happening, but you want answers. It's a very tough spot for the people that work at the hospital to give you news. And he was hanging out with Mitch's dad and their manager, and some of the other guys were out of town. I don't want to speak for him, but yeah, the bad one was when we got like one update was, yeah, I remember a doctor was talking to Kip, and yeah, I was looking at his shoe, and you see blood on the scrub. Oh man, this is not good. That was kind of like that was kind of like the hit of reality. So this is not good. And yeah, then more time passes, and then finally we were able to go upstairs. Where he was in surgery, and then yeah, then we were allowed. So at this point, I believe they'd done everything that they could. They're trying to stop the bleeding, and I believe he was bleeding internally, and yeah, so we're upstairs. Now we're in the same level, and so yeah, they let us say hi to him, but so technically he was alive. And I keep forgetting that, like, he was alive when I saw him, when we saw him, and it's like, man, we're just hanging out. We were talking. Yeah, didn't know what to say. I don't know if he could hear what's going on, but I assume that's what they mean for someone that's fighting for their life. But yeah, and these are like the wee hours of the morning. It's probably already November 1st at this point, and yeah, I didn't know until it happened. So anyone that's unfortunate ever been in Spot, unfortunately, it's kind of like you're kind of like allowed to. You're kind of like allowed to be there. And you see like the nurses kind of rushing like this is bad, and the doctors, and then out of nowhere, I remember the doctor going up to Kip saying, "I'm sorry." I was like, "Oh, sorry what?" And then obviously he passed away, and it's like a movie. Like it just doesn't. Yeah, just the I run away from that moment along with many others. And I would basically start the second half of my career. And yeah, there's only been like twice in my life where there's like a thought entered my head, and literally that's just what's gonna happen. And it's been true. Like when the band first started, like there was no, the vision was there and it never wavered. And I'm fascinated like how I try to do other things in my life like that. So everything that happened in the band was never really surprising. It was because it happened in my head already. And unfortunately, the second time that happened was literally the moment Mitch died. The first thought that popped in my head was the band's not stopping. There's no way. On a lighter note, well, it's not even a lighter note because this is the last moment. It's a weight loss clip. So yeah, this other journey started where having Ernie come in and do episodes with me have been very fun. They kind of turned into me and him talking a lot of shit on each other, which is fun. And yeah, people think I'm serious. How do I talk about this? Yeah, people that I obviously care about will kind of, tell me it's like you're kind of hard on him, or people just don't get that sense of humor. One, I love Ernie. I love the guy. We are close friends. We could basically say whatever we want to each other. There's no excuse me. There's no I guess line to be crossed, I guess you can say. And how do I say this? Okay. I'm gonna try to condense this. I'm gonna try to make this very short. But even before this band started, drummers have pissed me off. It is a thing. So we're going on 22 plus years of me being pissed off at drummers. So this didn't come out of nowhere. Oh, why is Garza? I hate drummer. Oh, he should be nicer to Ernie. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my god! It's literally before this band even started, even pre-Sue. Even these drummers have been like, "What the fuck, dude?" Oh my goodness. But Ernie is a great guy, and he does things throughout our time together that piss me off. So and also it's me as a person in general. Whenever I do something, or I say something, or I talk shit on somebody, it's for a reason. I just don't. It seems like I just blur out shit. I get it now, but the podcast, it seems like I just get a mic and start talking smack. But it's for a reason. It's for a reason. I talked shit on other podcasts before because I heard them say something that invoked it. So I just don't. It doesn't come out of nowhere. And with Ernie, he'll do things that just fucking piss me off. I know. We probably you could probably all relate. Where you have family members, or you have close friends, siblings, what have you, that they'll like do your pet peeve. Not only do one pet peeve, but multiple pet peeves. Ernie definitely does that. So he knows. He's trying to be a good guy, which is why he's in the band. We're all just human. We're all just trying to be a decent person before we die. I think we're all, hopefully, all trying to do the same thing. So, and that's just a very condensed version. This could start off a rant, but we'll save that for another time. So yeah, we were like a few months out of playing the Mayhem Festival with Suicide Silence, and we decided to have this like weight loss competition. I mean, we all knew who was going to win. We all knew that, but we didn't want to hurt Ernie's feelings and tell him that Garza's going to crush you. But yeah, it was cool. I think it was a month long. I think I lost 4.5 pounds, 5.5 pounds. Ernie lost 1. And if I go to war, I go to war. And I'll literally be at Chain Reaction around here, a venue around here, and I'll see him struggling. And it's a part of me, a dark part of me, that took a lot of pleasure in that. Just being honest. When it comes to competition and warfare, it just awakens a part of me that's very, for me, it's fun. It's fun. I'm like, oh, you're struggling. And when you're struggling, that's where I thrive. Just seeing him like try so hard at Chain Reaction, either not to drink or not overindulge on things, and I'm just at home crushing it. So it was just cool to talk shit to each other and have this nice little competition for all of you to enjoy and watch. And I won. And but let's see who wins. Let's see who wins the war. It might be Ernie. But yeah, this also started this whole thing with me and Ernie doing episodes together, which I think this year we'll probably do more of. I think right now we just been kind of, I don't know how do you say this, kind of getting our foundation here. My hands, if you're just watching or listening, my hands there's still black paint. I painted this table last night. I painted the wall a little bit. And this paint won't fucking dry. I think I messed up something, but this paint won't dry. And then to put like a primer on it or a clear coat. But yeah, trying to get our footing, and then once we get that going, we'll bring Ernie back in here. But yeah. Anyway, Ernie, thank you for the laughs, and hope you enjoy this clip of Ernie and us talking shit to each other about the weight challenge. Yeah. I think it's time.
Is it?
Okay, so who should weigh first? Me? Or
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. So I have a handheld mic. All right, we're gonna need help with the blanket. Jay might need help.
Yeah, buddy. Woo! Is that what is that? Is that a Garza podcast fucking Of course it fucking is, dude.
Come on, dude.
Here.
You guys getting naked or what?
Yeah, I am.
Fuck.
All right, hold up other side.
Oh, you want me to? Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just like, wait.
He's shot.
I was-
Bamboozled him.
Hold this side.
Don't drop it.
All right, I'm gonna get.
No.
Oh.
I'm home. Oh, your dick.
Oh shit. Okay.
Cover it with your hand.
So-
Oh.
Be mindful. Okay, so from the start, I was 166 pounds, and I had to lose 8. So my goal was 158 pounds. So let's see how close I am.
Yeah.
Ernie, you want to get a commentary?
Shit. Yeah.
This is Garza fans right here.
You can see the number up front, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I feel like a fucking UFC fighter, dude.
just getting ready to fucking talk hella shit, dude. Damn, your rig looks sick, dude.
All right, this is the moment of fucking truth, boys.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Wait, move.
Forward.
There you go.
Oh, I can't see the number now. Can't see the number.
160.6.
Wait, you see it?
I got it now.
160.6.
160.6, dude. All right, let me fucking pants.
See, you should have done the pro move like me. I'm just not wearing any underwear, dude. I just put on poly shorts, bro. They're lighter than my underwear. I just got to take off my shoes and my socks, and we're fucking rigging, dude. What did we say? 160.6?
Mm-hmm.
160.6. So you lost a total of what?
Okay, I'm gonna write this shit down. Let's see now. One. Okay, Ernie, you're next, dude.
I'm still recording. So.
Cool. You want to use your skill?
No, I mean it doesn't fucking matter.
I mean,
fucking scales.
yeah, you're gonna lose anyway. So just
That's what I'm saying, it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
she's mine. Okay, so
What'd you think?
I
one.
started at
160.6.
No. Me or him?
Is that so?
Oh,
So I lost.
yeah, a total of what?
166.
6 pounds.
160.6.
The first one.
Oh, yeah.
So I lost
6.
5.4 pounds.
5.4 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty satisfied. Okay, Ernie was 291.4. So let's see if he at least gets to.
$290.
Oh, are you serious? Are you serious? That is not true.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. I like my shirts are fucking
Oh
hella big.
my goodness. This is it.
Right?
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you lost 1
I lost
pound.
1 fucking pound, dude.
You lost 1 pound, dude.
That's fucking. I don't
Wow.
know.
How do you feel, dude?
I mean, the number makes me feel like shit, but I feel fucking better. My clothes fits me fucking better. So I
Okay.
don't know if it's just like, because I was also lifting weights.
You added muscle.
So like, but no, I mean, what are you holding that
I
more?
added muscle.
Maybe, I mean, you know, I don't skip fucking leg day, not never, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like I said, I lost a bet fair and square. I'm buying you guys fucking dinner, and I'm gonna keep going till Mayhem Festival. That's the fucking name of the game, dude.
I'm a fucking winner, dude. Ernie, it's fine.
Let's
It's
go.
Good job, man.
Hey, we're not done,
Good
dude.
fucking job. I'm talking.
He said I'm talking hella shit. Fuck it.
I'm talking shit for the next 40 minutes, dude. That's it. Can you pass me my shoes?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so yeah, 60. Wait, it was you were 290.
1 point. What does it say?
You're 291.1, right? Yeah, Jay.
Oh, the after.
After
Garza's before.
I lost, so. Wow.
Yo, I'm honestly not gonna lie. I really thought you were gonna lose more than 8 pounds, to be honest.
Well,
Like
I
not
had
as a shot or anything, but like I figured you would.
Ernie lost 1 fucking pound.
1 fucking pound, dude. That's fucking crazy, bro.
You know what, dude? I can't say I'm shocked. You know what I'm saying, dude? Wow. Okay, well, so a few things happened, right?
Yes.
So when it started, I predicted this. I knew that we were going to start, and Ernie was going to come out, oh, yeah, I fucking lost fucking 6 pounds in fucking 1 day, dude, yeah. But I knew, okay, you know, I'll let the hair go by, and I'm going to be a tortoise.
Oh, for sure. Because and he'll vouch, he'll say it. Did I not send you like 2 follow-up texts like a few days later? I was like, fuck, look, I was fucking like 288 or whatever. And I was like, sick. Like, all right, cool. It's fucking going. So I'm not going to sit around and say it was a fucking fluke. I know I lost that fucking weight. Whether it came back on as fucking muscle or fat, like I said, my clothes fit's fucking better, which is also like, I'm not going to let it discourage me because I know, like I always said, I've always been the guy that's like the number bums me out a lot of the times.
Help.
What does it say? Help. Yeah, we're pinky toes are fucking beat, dude. What the fuck? Sorry to whoever those feet those are.
Look at your toes, dude. Don't fucking
What's
talk
wrong
shit.
with my fucking toes? Yo, for playing fucking drums, my feet are actually not busted the way most people would fucking think they were, dude. Like, I take care of them shits, all right?
No, they're busted, dude.
No, I mean, yeah. I'm taking the fucking L on the chin, and I'm just gonna keep fucking going. We're gonna have a nice fucking dinner, and then now the next fucking challenge begins, dude. And actually, you know what's really hilarious? We can actually mark it today or tomorrow, because tomorrow's the 12th. Tomorrow will be officially 3 months till Mayhem.
You serious?
100%.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, we are exactly 3 months away from Mayhem.
Wow.
And I want to see like where we're at then. Like, I definitely have some fucking reprogramming I need to do. One of those is definitely not have.
Okay, so what happened? That I know people are thinking about it. How did Ernie lose so bad? So what happened?
I mean, I don't know. No, I don't
you
mean
know.
it like that. But it's just like,
you know.
Also leading another thing that I was kind of thinking about when I got on the scale this morning. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that doesn't seem right. But whatever. Everything leading up into you being like, hey, let's do this 28-day challenge. Because I started at 321.
Okay.
That was 321 fucking pounds. So I lost all that fucking weight leading up to this.
Yeah.
And what I didn't take into account for was plateauing. And I didn't change up anything during this whole time. You know what I mean? And I think that's what happened. I hit a fucking plateau, didn't change anything up in the fucking regimen.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of like a little bit of weight came off, but I didn't change up enough to take more off. And I'm just like, fuck, like that. And I think that, and then like I said, I know that it's already been a week and a half, 2 weeks, but those 2 blackout nights probably did not contribute to this at all either. Alcohol never does.
I don't know if I would call that a plateau. People are listening and watching. Wait, the guy got blacked out fucking drunk.
Twice.
I'm not sure if that's called a plateau.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it contributed to it.
Yeah.
But getting fucking absolutely obliterated, blackout wasted fucking twice also did not help.
Technically, this is episode 157. It still feels very new. That's one thing about the solo episodes. It does take me right back to square one, or like, man, this feels new every time we do it. This is our last episode of the year. We are officially done with the year. Even last year, we put episode out on or around Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. We've been in here New Year's Eve, New Year's, on Christmas. I was here on Christmas. This year as well, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'll see people out in the open, and I'll get asked questions. What's your schedule? How do you do this? And like, I just start laughing inside. I'm like, you think this is a schedule? You're in the music industry. There is no schedule. And what I should have said was 24/7. The moment I wake up, the moment I go to bed. That's when I'm working on the podcast. Literally, I love it. It's also balance everything. You wake up, either do this or do something for the band, play guitar, write. Also, this year, December, we started writing our new record. That's what I forgot to bring up earlier, but we're gonna outro it. So it's been cool to kind of, with the year being so crazy and up and down, for good ways and bad ways. It's been, unfortunately, really cool to access feelings, emotions that I've previously ran away from. So that's been a really cool part of this year, just playing guitar, accessing the child again. And when I think about it now, I don't think I would have been able to do that without this thing, without the podcast. It's really helped me. This thing definitely helps me process thoughts and kind of open up some doors. So it's been kind of cool the past year, more so the past month or two. Kind of, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say it's better or it's heavier or it's more melodic or it's, I don't know. But it's definitely I'm playing different. And it's definitely something I've been trying to do since 2017. That's when we put out that self-titled record, and it's been pretty much hell ever since. And it really feels like things are back to me, back to us. There's no more bullshit. It's just nice. I guess you could say nice is the right word. It's fucking cut open your heart, take out the bullshit, and let the soul come out. It's been really, it's been really cool. I guess I couldn't. I guess what I'm trying to say is I couldn't do it without this podcast or all you listening and watching. Yeah, I guess it's a good time to say thank you for supporting the podcast, for listening, watching. Some of you bought merch. Thank you. Some of you have become YouTube members. I appreciate that. So you want to get these episodes a day earlier, even sooner. Join our membership. So thank you to our members. Thank you for people that support Sweetwater, our sponsors, DistroKid, all that stuff. They've been really helping keep the quite literally keep the lights on. Literally keep this gear in this box, this room. That literally helps pay for that stuff, and also helps pay for Jay. So thank you for supporting the podcast. I guess, yeah, thank you for helping me be me. And thank you for helping me not give a fuck even more. Man, it's just, you hear people say it, but really feel it is definitely another thing. And that's, it's really cool. You guys are giving me another life, another dream. How many people get to live out one dream? I'm living two. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So when things got all, there's a lot of stress this year, a lot of pressure, which we're all experiencing. We're all out there grinding. We're all working our ass off. Some of us are waking up early. It sucks ass. But it's worth it. And I'm lucky to be in the spot. So yeah, thank you for helping me not give a fuck. It's pretty cool to I guess have your own platform. It's pretty nutty. It's like technically I could promote our own record. That's kind of crazy. Promote our own shows. It's pretty fucking sick, and this podcast definitely this past year has really reflected my life. Even on like a surface level, this surface level stuff, it's like, I could tell by looking at the videos lined up on YouTube, I could tell where I was at my life. Lows, highs, when I was more focused, when the stress and pressure was really getting to me, I could tell. I was like, I could look at it. I could see it on my face. It actually shows up on the views, which is kind of weird. Like if I'm stressed, the views don't really do well, which is it's a crazy, it's a weird connection there. We all think we all deal with that. Life could kind of catch up with us and pressure and all that stuff. But what's what do people say? You know, this year's gonna be my year. I definitely don't feel that way, but um, I do feel that this year is leading up to something that we've been working for, and that kind of ties into my personal life with my family. Uh, the band Suicide Sounds, we did some pretty big shit this year. Um, Closed a lot of doors, opened new ones. Didn't break up, as I said earlier. It was pretty cool. And with the podcast, we definitely. Um, I feel what we've been working for will manifest, and I do have faith. I believe in this putting in time and grinding in faith, not blind faith. I think people have blind faith, but I have legit faith that that this year it's gonna pan out the way we want it to. Anyway, again, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year by the time this comes out. We're probably already in 2025. And then the last goal is to trying to just slow down this year, because this year flew by, and I don't like that. I'm gonna try to really just hone in on just slowing things down. And yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening and watching, and I will see you next week.